Hello. Hey, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good, thanks. Well, melting. I'm melting actually.
Stuff behind me in my picture is actually flames now. It's so hot.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh, I'm a little warm. All good. Glad you're here.
Glad.
Everybody's arriving. Good, good. All right. So we are expecting some of you that have been here before for the 5-day referral challenge and some of you that are new. And regardless, I'm glad you're here because we have lots to cover. So welcome, welcome. If you can be on camera, please, please, of course, do so. We always are focusing on relationship building in our selling on the spot events, especially something like this, because why would you give somebody a referral if you haven't seen them or aren't current up to date on what they're doing, what they're offering, that sort of thing. So I know so far those of you that are with me here live are members, so you probably know each other at least to some degree, and that is awesome. So, all right. So I do want to jump into it already. So again, if you can be on camera, please do so. Please have the chat open because we are going to be using the chat. And even if you've been here before, just know that the format's going to be a little bit different, always tweaking it. Different things are going on. And so just be ready for all of that. And welcome, Dawn. Dawn, I'm glad you're here. And yeah, let's get started. So no problem. I know a few of you have just messaged me about not being on camera. Okay, I understand. Just wanted to make sure if you could be. Awesome. All right. So the 5-day referral challenge. And as a note, we've been running this successfully for I think a year and 8 months, and this is the last one. So I'm glad you're here. This is the last time I'm running it in this format, doing 5 days in a row. The intention, of course, is that you're learning something new, you're implementing it, learn the next component, because there's a lot of pieces to this app, to this Chrome extension. And the trainer in me wants to train you on as many components, if not all of it. But I also know that for some of you, you might find it a little overwhelming. So it's time for us to switch it up. So just know that we are here to support you. We are still going to be providing training on it. I don't know why my video just went weird. Um, why am I cloudy? Okay, there we go. And so we'll always keep you up to date on what's the newest in our technology and want to make sure that you are using it. So for starters, Dawn, because I know everybody else here has already come through this, just know that that's why I'm going to direct some questions to you. Dawn, have you installed it on your computer? Okay, perfect, perfect. Yeah, I want to make sure that you have it there.
Yes,
So
I have
that
it all installed.
excellent. Okay, because yeah, I want to make sure that that is our starting point for sure. And then next, what I'm going to ask you all to do, just double check. Most of you, I'm sure, are already connected with me on LinkedIn. But that's my LinkedIn link. And then please make sure that we are first degree connections. Okay. Now I'm going to also give you the opportunity to add your own link into the chat right now. I want to make sure you are all getting to know each other over the next 5 days better, even if you've already know each other. But make sure, of course, that you're also a first degree connection on LinkedIn. So, for example, like Benita and Juanita, I'm sure you are, but I don't know who's connected to Dawn yet. So, so everybody, please grab your link. Please put it in the chat now. Oh, I think I put mine in directly to somebody else and not in the group one. Okay, so everybody grab your link. Please put it in the chat now. And Dawn, especially you, if you could please click on those links. Are you familiar with LinkedIn enough that then you're going to click on the connect button?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. And
Sorry, I'm just
sometimes
trying
you don't
to.
see the connect blue button. You might have to click on the three dots,
Okay.
and in the then connect might be in the drop down.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just getting on right now, so I'll get that. Do that.
Perfect. Otherwise, Lorna might not be connected with everybody. I think otherwise you guys are, but I just want to make sure that we are covered. Okay. So everybody kind of look around the room and make sure. All right. Okay, so quick, and again, even if you need to be off camera, if you could possibly not be muted so that we could still be interactive, that would definitely help as well. I would love to know from all of you, are you using it actively, like at least once a week? Those of you that have already been here, and are you using, whether you're asking referrals, giving referrals, adding more people as trusted connections, are you using at least some component of it currently? Once a week. Kind of yes or no, verbally or in the chat, please. Okay, Lorna,
This
what?
is Juanita. I'm getting better.
You getting better? Good. Okay. All right. Always want a constant improvement, right? If everybody's getting a little bit better every day, that's great.
So
Bonita.
Jane, I'm on it, but I'm only on it usually like I'll look at what everybody else is doing and I make comments, but I that's about as far as like I'm not posting, so I need to really
Okay.
get back on
Just for
that.
clarity, I guess you're talking about LinkedIn and I'm talking
Yes,
about our
sure.
app, which you're going to learn about, which is like
Okay,
basically
sorry.
completely separate. But I appreciate that because that tells me where you're at, right? That you're not very active right now on LinkedIn. That's fine. Not
Okay.
everybody. Not everybody.
Sorry. Thank you.
No problem. That's kind of like a side question. Still related. All good. All good. Kind of like the no wrong answers kind of thing. Okay. And if I'm swatting flies, ignore me. There's like way too many house flies in here right now. All right. So in that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into sharing my screen. So again, let me open up the event first, and then otherwise it will be to share my screen to make sure everybody's seeing the app and that we're starting there. Okay, let me get 3 in the room. And let's start here because, of course, we have the recordings as well. So, of course, this 5-day period is to help you tap into your trusted connections, so the people that you know in LinkedIn, and focus on growth, referrals, and partnerships. So the term you're going to hear me use over and over again is the global nexus. Okay, so whether I call it an app or a Chrome extension, it's called the global nexus. And it's a part of my brand. I've white labeled it. So it's a selling on the spot global nexus. So before we get started, for best case, then you're going to be here all 5 days. Please put into the chat for me if you're not able to be here all 5 days. I would like to know that. Again, we're here for 1 hour each day, partly workshop style, because I don't want to assign things as homework if we can get it done together within the hour. Okay. And for relationship building, again, that's why I asked you to be on camera, and otherwise mute out your background noise if you have background noise. If you don't have any, of course, if you can be unmuted, that would help as well. So most of you know me quite well as Jane Warr or Trainer Jane, and under the brand of Selling on the Spot. But again, for the sake of the recording as well, I am proudly the founder and CEO of Selling on the Spot, a communications and sales trainer, 5-time international best-selling author, stage speaker, and more. Now, with that, as we have more people arriving now, just know that if you're not so familiar with the Selling on the Spot brand, we help you with lead generation, selling, of course, follow-up, referrals, and collaborations. And this Chrome extension that we're using is our referral tool. I embraced it well over 2 years ago, proudly white labeled it roughly 2 years ago, and use it basically every single day in my business life. And I'm going to be showing you why I suggest that you do so as well. So over the 5 days, not just today, so don't be overwhelmed with this list. Over the 5 days, you're going to learn what the Selling on the Spot Global Nexus is and why you want to learn it. How to add trusted connections. We're going to definitely be doing them together today. How to introduce people and ask for introductions. How to give and get what are called golden recommendations. And again, it's different than LinkedIn. LinkedIn has recommendations. This app has golden recommendations, 2 very different things. How to move up what's called the trustometer, because you always want to be building trust or clout because other people can see that. You're going to learn about the Global Nexus mobile app as well. How to use the advanced search, personality tests, and yes, ChatGPT is in the Chrome extension. And again, you'll want to use it within it, even if you have it as its own product outside of this. And then it even has far more features. How to set up your Match Me feature to get the perfect 10 out of 10 match. That's probably my favorite component of this, but I think I have like 3 favorites because they're that good and that practical for all of us as entrepreneurs. So why would you want to be matched with somebody that's not a perfect 10 out of 10 match for what you're looking for? So that's what that feature is about. Also, for those of you that put on events, workshops, webinars, summits, whatever you're putting on or inviting people to, it helps you promote your events. And that's a really underutilized feature. Not too sure why people are skipping that one. And how to send email through the Global Nexus, and also how to see each other's connections while at any Zoom or other events. Like, and again, this might sound like confusing, but just know that there's an awful lot that it can do. And I even suggest using it every day once you are more familiar with it. And again, that's why we're here for 5 days. So today we're going to start slow and build on it every single day. So again, we're going to start with what the Selling on Spot Global Nexus is, why you want to learn it, and how to add trusted connections. And again, for some of you that have been here before, it could be a review and it could be some new things because it's often changing. It often has improvement. So you're probably going to learn something new. Okay. All right, I saw somebody come in the waiting room and yet they're not here. Sri is, I see you, but there was a gentleman here a minute ago. All right, just want to make sure everybody's here. Okay. All right, so quick review if you've been here before, and otherwise if you're new, again, just I want to make sure you understand. The purpose of the Chrome extension is to make sure that we're working with real people. Here, that's part of why I like being on camera as well, so we can see that we're real. But by kind of show of hands, if you can, how many people have either had too much spam in LinkedIn, or you wonder if they're a bot or it's a fake profile, that sort of thing? And so that's why we're being discerning about real people, real human beings that we want to build relationships with, that we then want to be able to refer. Right? We love giving referrals. It feels good. And the person getting the referral loves it because you thought of them. And generally, it's a really great match, right? So Scott Cundill is the owner of a company called My Most Trusted. It is his technology. I white labeled it, meaning I have full use of the identical app for all of you. Okay, so kudos to you for being here. Those of you that already are professional level members with Selling on the Spot, which is most of you here, you have it included in your membership. And for those of you that aren't yet in membership, you may have purchased a $27 ticket to attend this, and that does give you full use of what we call the premium version, the one with all the bells and whistles, for the next 1 month's time. Okay, so we want to make sure that you're learning it and seeing how awesome it is. Okay, so with that, by show of hands, either physical, for those of you I can see, for those of you off camera, please maybe use the reactions button at the bottom of your screen so that I can see kind of like a thumbs up or some type of reaction. So the first question then is, who uses LinkedIn at least once a week? At least once a week. Okay. Yeah. Okay, good. Because again, I'm hoping you are. LinkedIn, I find, is definitely more professional than Facebook. I use both heavily. I use both every single solitary day. That is my recommendation as well. And then some people, of course, are on both. So there's going to be overlap, but there's definitely different people and different people projecting differently. And that is something that I suggest for all of you as well. Now, please keep in mind, this is not LinkedIn training. This is not LinkedIn training. Okay, that would be a course all unto itself. And I'm not a LinkedIn pro. I know an awful lot about it, and ChatGPT is educating me about it, but that's, again, another course. I'm getting really darn savvy with LinkedIn, but here we're going to be using the Chrome extension, which is kind of on top of LinkedIn, and of course, following all compliance and that sort of thing. Okay. So then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to share my screen in a moment here. And then for those of you that are familiar with the Chrome extension already, then of course have your screen open as well, have the Chrome extension open as well, because I'll be asking where you are in a moment on the Trustometer. But for the sake of everybody, I'm going to share my screen now. All right, so whether you need a refresher or it's your first time here, the Chrome extension looks like this when it's closed, okay? So here on the right side of my screen, please be watching my screen. On the right side, it is closed right now, and you'll see this red tab that says Selling on the Spot Marketplace, and you can click on it and open up the Chrome extension, and then you'll be on the dashboard screen. Okay, so for the sake of today, I'm only doing a quick overview because I really want us to be focusing on adding trusted connections and just having it as a starting point. So big points for everybody to know is that you cannot break it, right? Anything you click on, or if it's clickable, it will do something. So go ahead and click on it. You can't break it. You can back out of it. So don't be skittish or hesitant about clicking on things. That I want you to come here and say, well, what if I do that? What if I do that? Like, just do it. That's how you're going to learn, is by actually doing it. So again, I'm going to ask for 100% participation, please, for everybody to have their dashboard open. So Dawn, since you're new, do you have the Chrome extension on your link? Like if you go to LinkedIn, do you have yours here to the right and that you could open it and close it?
Yes, I do.
Okay, perfect.
I'm just actually going to go onto this call through my phone so that I could do it better on the computer.
Yes, okay. Yeah, perfect. Okay, thank you. So everybody, if you could please look under your Trustometer. So on the top right here is our Trustometer. And you can see I've been using it for a long time. So I am at the top level here in red called the Trusted Advocate. Can everybody please put in the chat what level you are? Okay, so some of you might be newbie, junior networker, senior networker, you might be super connector, and some of you might even be trusted advocate. No wrong answers, but please put that into the chat just so that we know today's starting point. And then, of course, my goal for all of you is to move up at least one level over the 5 days. Okay, and then the very next thing I'm going to ask you to do is highlight over and copy what's under the Trustometer. So if you're looking at my screen, I highlighted the golden recommendations, introductions, and trusted connections section. And then please do it as a copy and paste and put that in the chat for me, please. Again, that way that I just know where you are, how much you need to move up another rank. It shows me how much you've been using it up until now, that sort of thing. Okay, so let me look at the chat. Mona, senior networker, awesome. Juanita, super networker, awesome. Benita, newbie, okay. Benita, we're gonna work on that. Good. Mona, okay, there's your golden recommendations. Awesome. Introductions, good, 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 good. Sri, senior networker, nice. Good, good, good. Okay, perfect. And please also know that once you're a super connector, you get invited to private events with us super connectors. And that's a global event. Scott hosts it once a month. And so that's a fantastic one to be meeting just that, people that are that well connected with others. Okay. They've been using this Chrome extension, most people probably at least 6 months, if not a year. And that they probably also have global connections. And those, of course, are fantastic. All right, and Lorna, junior networker, perfect, thank you. All right, so can you guys all copy and paste? Do you need to show that again, or are you guys grabbing that right now? Yep, I see Lorna's. Okay, yeah, you could do a screen share. Benita's on your phone. I don't know how to grab it from your phone. I never use my phone like that. I always suggest a desktop, laptop. And quick note is the features are not identical. Okay, so especially Dawn, since you're new, yeah, I do suggest being on a desktop or a laptop for the sake of what I'm teaching here. On day probably 5, maybe 4 is when I'll cover the mobile app a little bit as well, and how it is different. Okay, some things are kind of better, not necessarily worse, but just different. Okay, because the mobile app cannot connect to LinkedIn in the same way. Okay. Awesome. All right. So I hope everyone's putting that in. on the screen. Okay, I see Benita's. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Thank you. All right. Yep. And I see Dawn coming in with another profile. Perfect. All right. So quick overview of the screen. So again, whether you've been here before or not, as a refresher, please follow along my screen. So, excuse me, just briefly, you're going to see starting at the top left here, the trusted connections. I have added 693 people that I trust over the last however many months into this system. 14,060 are who are my second degree connections, meaning they're not first degree to me, but they might be first degree to you or to somebody else I know, which means I have an easy only 1 degree of separation away from 14,000 people. And whether you've been here or not before, like I said, I hope you are wowed. There are now 67,375 people in this network. Some of you came to this training a few months ago and it was probably 40 something thousand or 50 something thousand. We've now hit 67. So I hope that wows you. We have far more people from, I believe it's Singapore, actually, that's now in our system. So, all right. So if you're a selling on the spot member, then you cannot see yourself in the system, but you can see others. So just know that that's where that section is. And this live community activity, we're going to spend more time on, but we're going to spend a little bit of time on it each day because you're going to see again who is in real time using the Chrome extension. They're probably good people for you to get to know. Okay, so Scott Kundal, again, is a CEO and founder. So you're going to see him using it very actively for sure. For today, ignore everything else. Don't worry about the score out of 10, the golden hands. That's why you're here for 5 days, so that you can learn it all. Okay, but just know that it's really great information. Please also know, because I want you to get really comfortable with the dashboard, that here at the bottom of the screen, for example, it'll say it's showing you that it is now displaying the first 10 only things in the activity. I can toggle it to be 5, 10, 25, or 50 on my screen. And it actually is holding the information of the last 25,000 things that happened in this Chrome extension. So if you really wanted to geek out and spend your entire day on it, you certainly could. So I don't think anyone needs that much data all in one sitting. Okay, over the course of the 5 days, if you're looking at the top of the dashboard here, the different icons, top left is the house. That's what, of course, takes you back to your home screen. You might need to scroll back up sometimes. The next one is your search feature. And the next one is Match Me, then the referral history, then the bonus features, knowing that the bonus features are only for those of you that are on premium. And then here is the mobile application as well. So again, I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but know that you have to have premium working. So is there anybody, when you're looking at your own Trustometer, so on my screen, top right, under the Trustometer, you can see the word premium here. You all should have premium access. Can everyone please confirm? Either give me a yes premium or no premium. Because right now I cannot see the chat, but please put it in the chat, yes premium or no premium. I want to make sure everybody has access to premium, because again, that's all the bells and whistles as opposed to just the basic free version. Okay, every time I'm sharing my screen, I'm definitely on premium. So if for some reason my screen looks different, that's why. All right, so let me come back to check the chat. I want to make sure you're all saying premium, yes, yes, premium. All right, good, good, good. And yes, premium, yay. That's probably the first time ever. Usually one person's like, oh no, I don't have it. Want to make sure you're all set up. Perfect. All right. So, okay, next thing. And again, I know I might be going a little bit fast if you are new or needed a refresher, but what we're going to do next is I'm going to now close the Chrome extension briefly, because now we want to go into LinkedIn. So in LinkedIn, if you go on your own screen to here, you'll see the My Network. You see that on the top of my screen, my network, the second option there, and give it a second. Okay, so please follow along. Everybody, please click on my network, and then you're going to see connections here on the top left. Okay, can everybody please grab that number and put that in the chat? Okay, so when you are in LinkedIn, you click on my network, and then connections is the first thing that pops up on the left, top left. You can see that I have 3,351 people that over time I have added into LinkedIn. So again, not right or wrong. Doesn't matter if you have hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands. We're probably going to have a pretty decent range between the 7 of us. But I'd like to see who has how many. Okay, so everybody put that number in there, please. Because over time, we're of course going to increase that for ourselves as well as therefore be able to connect with more people. Okay. Extra for experts is a point, of course, to say every time you come to a Selling on the Spot Marketplace event, add everybody on Facebook and LinkedIn. Right? If for any bizarre reason they don't want to add you, they don't have to accept it. But that's not spam. That's a human-to-human connection after meeting them at a live on-camera event like Selling on the Spot Marketplace. Okay, so if you aren't doing that currently, please jot that down as a note. If you're meeting 5 new people each time, why would you not add them to Facebook and LinkedIn? That way your number's always growing. Okay, and then of course, when at other people's events, other than Selling on the Spot Marketplace, you still have people you can add, of course. All right, good. Okay, so yeah, you can see here we have a range from what, 485 to 6725. And again, between all of us, that's thousands and thousands of people. Now, you'll probably agree with me, especially in Lorna's case, 6,725. I don't know if she actually could say she knows every single one of them. Right? Some of us have been doing this long enough. It's a little bit hard to remember absolutely everybody. But my big point that I want to make here is that chances are you accepted somebody on LinkedIn, especially years ago, and you didn't really know them. Right? So that's why we're clarifying who are our trusted connections. Who do we actually know? We know they're not spammers. We know they're not a fake profile. We know they're not a bot that somebody's just paying to have a computerized messages going out constantly to you, marketing you, right? That they're a human. That's why you're on camera, right? So that we can validate that you are human beings. And therefore, we're continuing to build a relationship with each other. Okay, so a trusted connection to us means you at least know they're a human being and you've had some interaction with them. Okay, so that's what I was saying at the top of this hour for you to all put your LinkedIn link into the chat so that you can all connect with each other. Sri, if you could please grab your link and put that into the chat now. And any of you that don't know her yet, then please, like Dawn, I don't know if you know her yet, then please click on her link, click on connect, and also remember that you all have to refresh your screen to see that it's taken effect. Okay? Everybody with me? This is always harder to teach when we have people at different levels. Trying to cover everything for everybody. Okay. Oh, no problem. All right. So in that case, I'm going to go back to sharing my screen. Going back into LinkedIn where my connections were. So where you found your connections and how many you have, you're now going to click on that, but please again, watch my screen first. Now everything is a tiny bit slower because we're on Zoom, but my screen did just change. So it only took maybe 1 or 2 seconds. When I clicked on connections in LinkedIn, again, we're in LinkedIn right now, not the Chrome extension at all. The Chrome extension is closed to the right. In LinkedIn, of my 3,351 connections, and yours as well, however many you have, it's going to start with who you added most recently. And I don't really love the filters, so I don't change them. I just stay with this. For right now, what I'm going to ask you to do on each of your screens is look for this icon. Okay, so in this case, it's Kareen. And for her, it gives me this option to add her as a trusted connection. Okay. But remember, we're only adding people that you know are human beings and you've had some interaction with. So Corrine has been introduced to me, but we have not had a one-on-one yet. Chances are I can trust her. Chances are she's lovely, but I haven't met with her yet. So I'm not going to add her as a trusted connection. Okay. Everybody hear me on that? We're booking a one-on-one. After we have the one-on-one, then I will verify that I can consider her a trusted connection. Okay. So what I'm going to do, therefore, is scroll down. And when you scroll, you have to wait again a couple of seconds for the screen to refresh. And I'm looking again for that icon. Okay, Danielle, I do know. So going to that icon, I'm going to press Add Trusted Connection. And again, if you're new, this is like a huge point of what you're about to learn. It's going to ask you to select a tag. For simplicity, I add everybody as a business networking tag, and that's my easiest suggestion for all of you. Now, for those of you that are more advanced, go ahead and add more trusted connections while I'm teaching this to the newer people. Okay? My best case for all of you is you're each adding 30 today, not 10 like we did in the past, 30. So if you're an experienced user, just start adding people that you can say that they are a trusted connection. And for those of you that are newer, please follow along. So as soon as I clicked on that logo, it gave me this screen, and I'm going to click on business networking, adding one tag. We're only able to add one tag when you're first adding them as a trusted connection. Then I'm going to click, yes, I trust this person. Next screen pops up and it says, well done, they're in. And of course, I can see them all in this trusted connection section. Now, what is really cool is how many things are automated. So Dawn, you're going to see in this case that Danielle automatically is going to get an outgoing message. I didn't have to write it. We've already programmed it in there. Okay, all I have to do is press send. And now she knows that I've added her as a trusted connection. She can read this little paragraph, and she too can install the Chrome extension if she chooses to. Okay, so everybody see how easy that was? And I think it's easiest from that screen. So remember, in LinkedIn, this was my network, right? That came up and then had showed from the top. And I was starting to scroll down to find people that I can add. Okay, so everybody do that as well. If you're like me, you might have added a bunch of people in LinkedIn recently, but not necessarily have had the one-on-one meeting with them yet. So you might have to scroll down a bit to find people that you're ready to add as a trusted connection. Okay, so if you've been here before, you're probably just doing this silently, and that's awesome. And if you're newer or need a review, does anyone have a question? If so, go ahead and unmute and just ask your question.
Yeah, I was wondering what the trusted connection alert means.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a moment. Right now, I just want to first work on this. But go ahead, Lorna. Lorna, just go ahead and click on it. You'll see.
Okay.
Again, if you've been here before, don't worry. Just click on things. Start learning.
Jane, when I try to click the plus, nothing's happening. And same thing when I click trusted connection alert, nothing's happening. And I'm on my my tablet. And not tablet, laptop.
On your laptop. Okay, definitely should be working. Everybody should be working. When in doubt, if at minimum, everybody when in doubt, at minimum, close the screen, reopen it. Because this is LinkedIn. So, I mean, it's a Chrome extension in LinkedIn, but right now we're working in LinkedIn, so it should be all working. Beyond that, it might be like Chrome, or because everybody should, of course, be in Chrome. This is a Chrome extension. You might need to close Chrome, or you might need to actually reboot your computer or uninstall the Chrome extension and reinstall it. So I've given you 4 different options, Benita. Those are the 4 ways of anything and everything that you have when you have an issue with your computer, not just LinkedIn or the Chrome extension. Right? It's always start with the easiest and all the way to reboot your computer, because yeah, if mine's working, yours should be working, Benita. Okay. So maybe if you just work on that and then let me know if it's not fixed. Okay. For those watching along, Dawn and otherwise, this guy Mark, I can verify him. So again, when I go to hover over this one with the plus, I can add him. I'm automatically going to add the tag of business networking. Tomorrow we'll look at how, I'll teach you how to add more tags if you want to, but today we're just adding one. Then I click on yes, I trust this person. Then, oh, move this from the screen. Then I click on okay, great. And Mark will get this outgoing message. All I have to do is press send. Okay. Now know that this message is completely editable. So if you're looking at it and you're thinking, going, Jane, I might want to tweak the wording, then go ahead, tweak the wording, right? It's a LinkedIn message. You can edit anything at any time. Benita, you have a question?
Yeah, so I got out and I'm back into LinkedIn again, but now the Chrome extension's not there. How do I get that back?
Went out of Chrome extension and back in.
Yeah, so I left.
It should not have left.
I logged out and I logged back in and now it's not there at all.
You didn't uninstall?
No.
Okay, Benita is bringing the glitchy questions of the day. If it's on your hard drive, it's there somewhere. That's all I got to say. I don't know where it went.
Great, thanks.
Yeah. I might suggest rebooting your whole computer, disappear for a couple minutes and come back because that's more glitchy than it should be, unfortunately. Yeah, I wish I had a better answer for you. There's I think this is one of those Mercury's in retrograde because I've had a wonky day. Just one thing after another. I'm just happy we're all here. So, all right. Anybody else with a question? You guys are adding trusted connections as we speak. Guess what? I could go to that community activity and I could verify if you're adding. Everything's recorded there. Donna, are you able to follow along? Have you added anyone? No, you're muted. You're working on it? Okay. Yep, okay. I can somewhat read lips. All right, so yeah, go ahead. Everybody add a few, at least a few. Ideally 10. Ideally, right now, one after another, you're going to find more people to add. I'm going to do it in real time as well, which means, again, you might need to scroll through the people on that screen of yours to be able to find them. Okay, so I'm going to be adding them as well in real time. If I'm quiet, that's why. And of course, unmute if you have a question. So I've now added 4. I'm going to try and get through 10 as well. And by the way, I want to make sure everybody knows the reason I suggest 4, or excuse me, 10, is because you don't want to get into LinkedIn jail. Don't do too many of anything ever in a row. Otherwise, guess what? The LinkedIn computers, the algorithms are going to be paying attention and thinking you are a bot, that you are possibly spamming and misusing. Okay, so that's why I suggest 10 and only 10 in a sitting. And then in a moment, I'll come back to what Lorna's question was. I just wanted to get through this section first. Andrew, all right, so remember earlier I was talking about 67,000 people on the database. This is adding more people to the database that we could all refer or ask a referral from. Oh, I know, pretty. So for those of you now that you're in a flow, you can see that it really probably takes what, 30 seconds to add somebody. So doing a bunch of people does not take a lot of time. I'm going to try and find one more while we're here. Oh, Carolyn and Warr. Okay. Okay, has everybody added maybe 5 at this point? Other than Benita? Is having some issues.
Um, I I opened up my network and my connections, and there was the little buttons, and I pushed a couple and connected with them, and I don't know what happened. I went back to LinkedIn to my connections, and when I came back, the trusted connections button wasn't there.
The little one that you had clicked on?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because you've added them. So now there's no longer the button.
No, but for other people, there are no buttons. The buttons all disappeared.
Okay, maybe refresh your screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I'd done that, but I'll try again.
Hmm.
Thanks.
Okay. Yeah, just remember that. Yeah, when in doubt, refresh your screen. When in doubt, go out and in of either LinkedIn or Chrome for that matter. I do know that there are literally nothing that's not working in the Chrome extension. I get alerted anytime there's a glitch in the system. So I know that for fact there's no glitches in the system. So it could be a LinkedIn thing, it could be a Wi-Fi thing. I can't speak to any of that.
I caught it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
no
came
problem.
back.
Okay, perfect. See, yeah, perfect. Okay. But yeah, for the sake of everybody hearing that too, I wanted to make sure everybody heard that. Like sometimes it might be somebody's Wi-Fi, it could be their own computer is slow, right? It could be anything. There's, you know. So that's where I like to make the note. I always remember to say, and I'm not a computer engineer. So can't answer everything. I didn't design this. I'm not the programmer, nor do I pretend to be. All right, so I'm going to go back to sharing my screen and go to Lorna's question that we had earlier. And who am I going to use as an example? Nate. Okay, so if you're all watching my screen, because so far I was just showing the one button with the plus symbol. Right now I'm highlighting it on my screen with Claire. It gives me the option to add Claire as a trusted connection, right? We all should have added roughly 5 just now. Nate Wild, in this case, has both that button as well as this longer one called Trusted Connection Alert. So I needed to probably sound a little bit cheeky, Lorna, sorry about that, when I said, well, go ahead and click on it, but it's only because I wanted to, again, stay in the lesson in the moment. But now we're going to go through that one. When you click on Trusted Connection Alert, in this, oh, see, now it's going to be glitchy and it did nothing. Wow. All right, we're going downhill fast, guys. Why is mine not working? We all started so well. Huh, okay. Oh, it was letting me click on the first one, but not the second one. I've never seen that before. All right, maybe there's something new in here. Okay, I'm going to add him as a trusted connection. A button was supposed to take me to his LinkedIn screen. I'm just going to send that to him for now. And then I'm going to refresh my screen like I just suggested a minute ago to you guys, except now I'm going to have to find, I'll either need to scroll back down to Nate, or let's see if I go, Carl is on my screen. Oh, it's not. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to troubleshoot with the programmers.
What's happening under the button on the right-hand screen? It says referral request.
Yep, that's something different. Um,
Okay.
yeah. Stay with me, Lorna. Don't jump ahead. Please.
I'm here. I'm just hoping that you can you can fix.
Well, yeah, I don't know why that one didn't work. I mean, I was able to add him, so that was fine. But yes, when you click on this, it should take us somewhere else, and it's not clicking. Okay, interesting. Okay, I'm just going to use this guy, David, as example. I'm going to click on his profile, which does take me, so everybody please follow along. This is what it should have done. It just should have taken us to his profile, because now, to Lorna's question, my screen here, while the Chrome extension is closed, changed, right? Did you guys see it? Just earlier was asking, it was telling me I have a referral. Now you see I'm on David's page. So now it's telling me about David. Okay, so I hope everybody's watching me. That's weird. That's not letting me move that up either. Okay, so anyways, what it's telling me is, so I like to say it's almost like it's communicating with you or talking to you. It's telling me while I'm on David's screen and he and I are a first degree connection in LinkedIn, I have not added him as a trusted connection. It is saying that he is untrusted by me, and therefore it's giving me the option to now add him as a trusted connection. Okay, so that button that Lorna was asking about, that longer button, was basically highlighting somebody I should pay attention to, because they are a first degree connection, but I haven't added them as a trusted connection. And then you can see what's next under there, on the screen. It's telling me that he's in several of these groups and trusted by other people, right? So it's giving me somebody, it's highlighting somebody for me to focus on, essentially. Okay, so for whatever reason, the actual button didn't work, but going to the person's profile absolutely does what it's meant to. And it's the Chrome extension, our global nexus, not when it's open, but when it was closed, it had that message there. So that's kind of prioritizing the individual. Okay, now I don't know him well enough, so I still am not adding him as a trusted connection, but it's great as a highlight, because then guess what? I can message him and say hello. Right? It brought him to my attention. Why not then say hello to him and work on improving our relationship or adding to our relationship, getting to know him better, maybe asking for a one-on-one if we've never had one. Okay, I'm going to try and look at the chat. Yeah, I think that's what a few of you were saying, that the button didn't work. So I don't know. Okay, so it's interesting that it's not working for any of us. So I will tell Scott's team. All right. Hey, at least it's consistent. It's when it's just doing one thing differently for one person that it's even more confusing. All right. So again, the biggest point that I want to be making today, being mindful of the time, we're already 10 minutes from the top of the hour, is that we need to constantly be adding more trusted connections, because that's how you are advancing your relationship with these people. Each time you were adding a trusted connection just now, an outgoing message went to them in LinkedIn. They saw that you thought of them, you did something to do with them, you sent them a message that they can then respond to. Okay, so that's the one-on-one aspect. You're working on those relationships with those people, and on the big way of thinking of things, the big picture, is that you're adding more people to the 67,000, right? Just in a small group here, we're probably going to help us get to 68,000 this week, right? Because if we're each adding a bunch of them, that number is going to climb quickly, and that helps everybody. And that's what this whole community is about. That's what the global nexus is about, is constantly looking at how can you help everybody. Okay. So keep adding connections right now in real time. Should put on a little competition who gets to 10 first. See who's competitive. See if you smiled. So in the past, I've always talked about adding 10 if you've been here before. Today, I'm saying 30. Okay, so right now we're doing 10. And again, you don't want to do more than 10 in a sitting. I don't want you getting into LinkedIn jail, but you could literally walk away from LinkedIn for 5-10 minutes and come back and do another 10, or come back an hour later or 6 hours later, whatever works for you, and add 10 more. Because especially if you've never done this, or you haven't done it recently, or you haven't added many people, then you probably have hundreds, if not thousands in there that you could. And you can see that it really took about 30 seconds. Okay, so today we were just adding the business networking tag. And moving forward, tomorrow, I'm going to show you how you can add other tags. Because if somebody's a client, or if somebody's a member, or something else that's important to you, you might want them to be in segments, right? Just like when you're sending emails or sending different things to different people, it helps to have them segmented. Okay, so we're going to work on that tomorrow. Benita, any chance we've made some improvements there?
Had to delete everything, had to reinstall Chrome, just getting back into LinkedIn now, just got it open again. And I don't even remember how to get into the page.
Okay. Okay. All good. All good. Just for quick clarification, you uninstalled and reinstalled the Chrome extension?
Chrome in general, I had to take it all off and then reinstall Chrome. And then I had to try and find how to get back into LinkedIn via Chrome. Oh,
all right.
I'm in
okay,
there.
That was a new one for me. I did not say uninstall Chrome.
Yeah.
You went further.
Yeah, I had to, because I kept trying to go back in and it still wasn't letting me get to the most trusted app. It was just taking me to LinkedIn. Like, no, that's not what I want. So I took it back another layer and I'm in.
Okay. Hey, this is how we all learn anyways, right? So kudos to you that you did all that, because yeah, sometimes things are glitchy. I'm so looking forward to the day I buy a new laptop. I think it's going to be next month.
Oh yeah.
I'm ready for a newer, better, faster, easier, smoother, no glitches, right? All right. Dawn, how are you doing? Have you added maybe at least 5? That elusive unmute button on a cell phone. I can't even tell you where it is. I don't use my cell phone for it. For that exact reason, it's always awkward to find it. Okay, you're good. All right. All right. So everybody remember the homework is adding 30, but don't let that scare you. Okay, that's not that big a number. Chances are you're getting close to 10 right now.
You'll be thrilled to know I was just able to add my first one.
Yay! See, when in doubt, we just have to do all the steps backwards to figure out why there's a glitch. And I'm not a computer engineer. And even if I was, I'm not looking at your computer to know why you had an issue. Right? So. All righty. So let me show maybe one more thing really quickly while you're working. So just keep working for one more minute. I think mine's working slowly because remember, everything works slower when we're on Zoom together in a group. Okay, regardless, while my page is loading, I'm just going to share. Oh, now it's loading really slowly, of course. All right, so I went to my friend Vivian's LinkedIn page. Some of you probably know her. Just as a quick one more teaching point is to show, because a moment ago I was showing you here to the right. Remember on the other person's screen, this part was in red. and it said that he was untrusted by me. So again, with this Chrome extension closed, it can still communicate with you. So in this case, Vivian, who is a first degree connection, it is confirming that she is a trusted connection already by having the word trusted written here in green, as well as the whole tab there is green. Okay, so I'm highlighting this because again, it's showing you what you can do. Okay, a third icon is now on this section. Again, it's showing you which ones she's a member of. It shows she has 36 trusted connections, and it also has this bar here under her profile picture and all of that. Okay, and so we're going to go deeper into that tomorrow as well, so that you understand what all these icons are. But if you want to move forward, or if you want your own refresher, again, when in doubt, click on something. It's going to be clickable. It's going to highlight. It's going to tell you what it does, and you don't have to be scared to click on it. Right. Also remember that some things might have changed. So some things might have moved positions a little bit. For those of you that have been here before, but the icons haven't changed. So what they look like and what they do is still the same. And Dawn, I know you're new, so don't let it overwhelm you. It's a lot of clicking and clickable things. And that's why we're here for 5 days, so that it's much easier by day 5. All right. So if nobody has any questions, we might want to save the chat too, in case you didn't add anybody that you needed to add as a connection. Again, I hope you've all added Dawn, or Dawn that you've also clicked to them, because one of you each has to ask for the connection. The other one needs to accept it. Remember, you would both have to refresh your screen before you would have seen that it's taken effect. Okay, we can confirm that tomorrow, because tomorrow I want to make sure that you are all first degree connections with each other. Okay, so no last questions. Okay, who's excited about adding 30 people today? 10 plus 10 plus 10 in 3 different sittings. So you're not in Facebook jail, or LinkedIn jail. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Again, an hour disappeared. Same place, same time tomorrow, same Zoom link, same everything. Okay, see you tomorrow. I look forward to celebrating your 30 and then learning some more. Okay, Lorna, is that a quick question? Oh, you put your hand back down.
Hopefully tomorrow we won't have any glitches.
Yay. Actually, you know what?
I just want
that last tip. Sorry, let me jump to just last tip and then to Lorna. I reboot my computer almost before every time I present, at least, and at least once a day. At least once a day. So maybe Benita, in case your system's either slower or something slower, if you've not completely done like a hard close everything regularly, which I generally do every single night, at least restart once a day, that sort of thing, that might help this as well. Yep. Okay, awesome. And Lorna, go ahead.
I just tried to click on Dawn's link, and I don't think it's a proper link.
Oh,
did that work for anybody else? I mean, it doesn't look like a proper link to me. I think you have to go up to the address bar and copy that to get the right link for us.
Okay, thank you. I didn't see what she put in the chat. Let me.
It just says link.com.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to grab it. So thank you for pointing that out. I'm going to grab that for you, Dawn, and put it in the chat for everybody. So LinkedIn, or Dawn, when you're on your LinkedIn, your own profile page, then it should look like the link that I just put in the chat for you right now. Okay, linkedin.com / it generally has the LN, and then / and whatever our profile name would be. So thank you for catching that, Lorna. I didn't see that in the chat. That way everybody can now go to Dawn's page and find Dawn and connect with her. And then Dawn, watch for that in LinkedIn. In LinkedIn, you're going to get that in your My Network section that people are asking you to connect with them. Okay. So you need to click to accept them. And then that way you will all be seen as first degree connections as soon as you refresh your screen. In time for tomorrow. All right. Thank you all for today. I'm excited to see you tomorrow. Bring you more. All right. Take care. Bye, guys.
Thanks. It was great.
Thanks.
Bye.
You're very welcome.